again. Start again. Go. Done.
Hey guys, it's me and Jasmine, and today we are going to be doing a video at the plot.
We are. What are we doing?
I can't.
You're going to...
Rake all the leaves up because all the leaves have came down because it's autumn.
And what do we make with leaves?
Leaf mould.
We make leaf mould. I don't think we're going to be able to store too much leaf mould this year because we need to build a leaf mould bay. And we're going to do that next to the manure bays at the bottom. But at the moment they've still got wasps in, and so we've got to wait for those to die off because we're not killing them off. They've got just as much right to be here as we have. So we've got to wait for those to gradually die off, which they will do when it gets colder. And then we can take out that manure, use it on our beds, and we can add another bay onto it. And we're also going to line the outside of the bay, which will help keep the temperature up a little bit, but it will also mean that the wasps can't get into it next year. So that'll be useful, won't it?
Yep.
So I'm just going to get a drink because despite it being the middle of November, it is really warm, isn't it? Are you warm? No. Could be something to do with the thermals that I've got on as well.
I'm kind of
long
warm.
sleeve thermal top.
I'm
Kind of warm. You've just ran all the way here though. It's like a quarter of a mile, isn't it?
Yep.
You've just ran all the way here.
That's why I'm warm now.
She's warm now. So yeah. You want what? You want to film? She wants to film. Here comes Rue.
So, how are you all? And I have been watching the leaves pass by because it's autumn and I love autumn time, and it's just beautiful with the leaves coming down. Sadly, plants have died down, but it's okay. So, I am gonna tell you that some people have been thinking about us on our YouTube channels, and that's very nice of you because you have been very nice. It's been very nice of you just speaking about us, and it's very nice about it. So, thank you. Okay, so I have a question. Okay, so what is your favourite type of year, and what is your favourite type of tree? Or what is your favourite type of vegetable? That's my questions for now. But my dad got stung one day from the wasps, and it was very bad, and my mummy put a healing thing on it, and then it was healed. I just love to be out in the autumn time and the spring because it's so nice, but it's nearly Christmas! I'm so excited! I'm so excited because it's going to be Christmas soon, and until I get 3 new chickens, it's going to be so adorable! Thank you for them subscribers who are new. Who is people who are new to our channel? Hello, nice to meet you, and it's nice meeting new people every time. It's cute and just, I love it.
Look at her raking the leaves. What is she doing? Anyway, first thing I'm going to do here today is here you can see the garlic is coming up, but we've also had something digging in here. So I'm going to spread this out, and what I'm going to do is I am going to, not too bad down here, but yeah, it's all firing through, it's looking good. We have garlic growing. So what I'm going to do, I've got some of this scaffold netting or debris netting. If you're wondering where you get this from, and we've got it from a number of places, I've never brought it. We were given some on our old site that we were on, and also we got some from somebody who was having some building work done. This isn't a one-handed job, is it? And because scaffold netting, apparently once they use it, they have to chuck it away if it's been, you know, had debris thrown on it, so that it doesn't get any holes in and doesn't pose a danger. Hey, it looks like it's just big enough. Yeah. So scaffold companies will give this stuff away, and sometimes if you phone them up and ask them and see if they've got any surplus stuff that isn't being used, that looks just right, doesn't it? Then they'll give it you for free. So that's where you can get it, or you can buy it for new on eBay, and it might be under scaffold netting or debris netting. So I'm just going to go and get my pegs out of my bag. I'm going to secure this down. Start again. So what I've got, if you can see me, are these pegs. Now, I don't like using plastic pegs because they typically do only last one season. I like using my metal ones, but since the move I don't know where I put them. So these are ones that went on sale at Wilko a couple of years ago. I think they were 10p in the sale. So I'm just going to use these to secure the edges. I'm not pushing it through the net unless there's already a hole there, because I don't want to ruin the netting. What we'll do here, pull those two across, and then so put that down through the soil, not through the net, and then just use the hook on the end to secure it. And I'm going to find a peg that bit together. But I'm not going to peg the sides, I'm just going to leave it as it is. That'll do.
Really?
Uh-huh.
After I'm done this, I'm going to jump in and play with it.
So while she gets on with that, she's doing a good job. I am going to look at pruning the summer raspberries and, sorry about the noise, and getting that gooseberry that I showed you the other day into the ground, and doing something with the part that had layered, and seeing if we can find a branch on that gooseberry that I can demonstrate how that you can layer your gooseberries to get free plants for next year, because now is the perfect time to do it. So here's the herb bed that we transplanted the other day. Everything seems to be doing okay other than maybe the woad. It's a bit wilted. It's not dead, and there's definitely some good sturdy leaves still on it, but it seems to have got a bit of transplant shock, and that chinchilla does as well a little. But everything else is looking good. I need to trim back this tansy now. Although I might leave it because it looks beautiful and it's going to look lovely when it's really frosty and snowy, and the bugs can hide in it. Yeah, let's leave it. This is summer raspberry bed. I've trimmed out some of the raspberries down there and left the new canes to fruit next year. But with summer raspberries, what you need to do is they will send up new canes at the end of summer, which are next year's fruiting canes. Then the canes that have fruited this year will go this kind of, they'll basically be dead. Let me show you. You'll be able to break them. And also you'll be able to see like the old, sometimes like the old berries that have dried up on them. So I'm going to go through here. The first thing I'm going to do is pull out some of these weeds so that I can see the bottom of the canes. The second I start to film, they start up with the mower again. Okay, so what I've done, sorry about the noise again, is I've gone through and I've done a bit of hand weeding in here, just a couple of minutes worth. You can see we've got some new shoots coming up. These will bear some fruits next year. And then these are all of the old ones. So what you want to do with them, if we can get you in a little bit closer, is you want to go down and cut it out at the base. And what this will do now is this will give us more space to do the weeding. Because in here we've got some nettles, so we are actually going to have to, I know we're no dig, but with nettles I do like to dig down a bit and pull that root out better, because I do find that they come back regardless. Someone's having fun. I really hope that these are nice raspberries. The autumn raspberries on this plot are horrible. And I think we've decided now that we're just going to take those out. We are going to maybe plant some more summer raspberries on here because I do like the raspberries, but they've done very well and they've fruited, but they're not thornless. And they really don't taste very nice at all. So we're going to dig those out, and they go all the way to the end of this row. So it's from here, this post, all the way to the end, down there. But I've got no use for them. Usually, if we put enough summer ones in, then by the end of summer, we will have a nice freezer stock, so that we can eat them in smoothies over the winter. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer some of the raspberries from our old plot, not the one that we've just moved off last week, the big old plot that you see our videos from last year. We still have the contract on that until the end of January. So we're going to take some of those out, because that plot is getting bulldozed in a few months' time. If you get one of these weeds, you see it? These lovely curly fronds on them. They make beautiful flowers in the summer, and the bees absolutely adore them. That's one of our native weeds. But once they've gone to seed, they spread loads and loads of seed. So sometimes I will leave some in, but I'll make a point of taking them out before the end of the season. So I'm going to go through and just prune the last of these ones that need to stretch over the other side, and then we'll move on to the gooseberry. See you in a second. Ooh. So I've raked up loads of leaves. I don't think we're going to get to do the gooseberry today, because I haven't brought any forks of any kind. I'm looking here. Our neighbour's left loads of beans for us to pick, so we should get on with that. But what we have done is this. You having fun, miss?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Wait, can I actually sit in it?
If you want to. Don't see why not. If you, at one point, if you are collecting leaves from a public area, make sure it's not somewhere that dogs can mess. Because you don't want dog poo in there, do you? No.
Can you help?
With what? You want to cover yourself up?
Yeah.
Pardon?
I'm an autumn queen.
You're an autumn queen?
Yeah.
Look at her.
Oh, some of it away.
So, leaf mould takes a couple of years to break down. And this tub that we're putting it in doesn't have an open bottom. Ideally, you need to put it in something that's got an open bottom so the worms can get up and help break everything down. So, when we can build that bay when the wasps have gone. Thank you for your help. Carry on, as you were. Then we'll transfer them all across. You see, I try and make informative videos, and they end up just being crazy, don't they? Yeah.
Because I like being crazy. Look.
Can you see me in the camera?
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's going to be it for today's video. So we have done some pruning of some raspberries. We was going to show you how to layer the gooseberry, but I left my forks at home, so I'll do that maybe tomorrow or Friday and put that up. Because I left my forks at home, I need to do some weeding, and there's some couch grass and nettles in there where I want to put it, so I need to get my little hand fork and get their roots out. And we showed you how we are collecting leaves to make leaf mould.
Yeah.
So, don't forget to subscribe, because when we get to 1,000 subscribers we are doing the giveaway of, what are we giving away?
Fancy tomatoes.
Fancy tomatoes. And also remember to check out our last video, because Liz Zora over at By the Farm is running a, not a challenge of sorts, but she's basically running a nomination scheme for the best UK gardening channel. So if you've got people that you want to nominate, they have to be under 1,000 subscribers, but if you've got people that you want to add to that list, then go over to her video and pop them in the comments below. Right.
What is this doing in here?
Big stick. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye-bye. Bye.